numbers don't lie.
All right, so I have recently been accused of some pretty heinous things. And so I just wanted to share my side of the story on this. I guess first things first is, the facts, those do matter. Wouldn't you agree? The facts do matter. Facts are, we had an individual who got started with Sell More True the Portal, as well as our Done For You marketing program. And this was before the holidays. Said individual decided that they didn't want to get started onboarding until after the holidays. Hey, no problem. And so after the holidays, they decided that they were willing to pay for the portion of the portal that they consumed, because they consumed it, but it wasn't up to the quality that they somehow demanded. Now, here's the thing. We can see all the progress that people make. So when somebody tells me that they've been through the program, I can see how much of the program that they've been through. So, if you go to a seminar and you pay for a ticket for a weekend to sit through a seminar, you sit through the first hour, and at the end of the break, you go up and you tell, the ticket ladies, like, hey, I gotta go. This isn't for me. And you want a refund, they're gonna be like, hey, the event already started, you've already paid, it's your responsibility to attend the event. So that's what we call accountability, and being able to take accountability for your own actions. And so said individual made a 6-month commitment. Before the end of the first month, they were like, hey, I want to pay you for the portion that I did, but I don't want to pay you for the portion that I didn't do, even though I made a commitment to that. And I failed to take action on that. Instead of politely, saying, hey, I'm wondering if we can work something out here. And I'm a reasonable person. I'm happy to work something out. Instead of that, this person decided that they wanted to blackmail me and say, hey, if you're willing to refund me, I will give you a positive review of your company. But if you're not willing to review me, I'm going to give you a negative review of your company. So essentially, it was a conditional thing. And in my books, I just took that as somebody being a bully and somebody blackmailing me because they failed to take action on the agreement that they made. And so what we're really dealing with here is we're dealing with a 1-month subscription. The amount was $27.50, and at the end of the first month, the auto billing did kick in for another $27.50. And so you might have seen some screenshots, 2 amounts of $27.50, $27.50. The second month was actually immediately refunded because we noticed that. And if somebody doesn't want to be in the program, I don't want to keep them in the program. But once you make a commitment, you got to be accountable to yourself. So I just wanted to share a quick story. One person spent with me, they spent $27.50 and failed to take action in the first month. The other person I want to share a little story of has actually spent about 10 grand with me over the course of 6 months. We just got off a Zoom call with them. He's actually having his best month ever. His best March ever was 10 grand. The most he's ever been able to make during the month of March was 10 grand. This year, we're actually on track to help him do 40, it's actually 47 grand. So this is almost 50 grand, an additional 40 grand on top of what his best month is. And so if you just took, say, 27.50 off the top here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 25, 26, 27, 27, here, 27.50. So 27.50 compared to 38 grand, additional 38 grand in revenue, compared to, measly 27.50 for failing to take action. So I guess I'd just be curious, are you tripping over $2,750 because you failed to take action and you got buyer's remorse? Or are you tripping over the 38 grand in additional revenue that you could have generated by taking action on the information that we have inside of our course? So here's the thing. If anybody wants to accuse us of teaching basic information, we do. Because the reality is that anything is basic when you boil it down to what's simple. We make things easy. If it's not easy, you're doing it wrong. And that's our main objective. We try our best to make things simple. Anybody wants to accuse us of offering basic advice, we do. And we're brilliant with the basics. We help you follow a proven step-by-step battle-tested process of locking in more deals in person. We can prove it, and you really don't have to take my word for it. Listen to what Matt has to say.
In January, I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to try calling my customers this year and drumming up work. I'm going to do the fucking Tree Savages. I'm gonna borrow money from the fucking bank to save my ass for now and learn what the fuck I'm doing. And then fucking, I mean, it worked. The gamble paid off. Numbers don't lie. I'd say just to somebody on the edge, take the plunge, do it. If this is what you want to do, then you might as well learn how to do it right as soon as you can. And then maybe you'll make $47,000 in March instead of $9,000.
I was pretty blown away by some of the things that you had to say on the phone earlier. You've got a little bit of a record March, huh?
So I don't know if you saw my response to the post or not, but I put my numbers so far and the numbers for approved work that I'll easily get done in this month. That's going to put me, we've already done 27,000 and change, and I have 20,500 more lined up that we'll have done by the end of next week. So that's going to be a fucking like $47,000 March. My best March prior was 99.70 or something like that.
That's pretty significant.
Fucking massive. I mean, I'm spending a lot more on guys, you know. I'm paying these two top-notch climbers $600 a piece, but they're worth every fucking penny. The foremen are making $300 each a day for day rates. We're gonna train some ground guys and give them $200 each a day. They're like younger kids in their 20s, you know. Everybody's feeling like there's enough hands. Nobody's fucking dying from too much tree work, and it's usually, you know, I'm not like booking these massive fucking crushing days at all, you know. It's easy shit, a lot of pruning, barely, you know, we don't remove that many trees really even. Yeah, everybody's happy, everybody's getting paid. Fucking I'm digging out of the hole from the money I borrowed from the bank over winter to be able to have time to do tree savages and not have to go fucking door knocking. I was in the bank for like 15 grand or something. I went in the hole, and that'll change by the end of tomorrow, and I'll be 6 grand as positive. Or no, by the end of tomorrow, I will be. We're doing 8,200 tomorrow, and today they're doing like 2,500 or something. So, yep, I'm gonna fucking be in the positive, and then I'm gonna like add money to it, and then maybe I can even put it in that. What is that other thing that I have? Savings. What is that? Savings? About to know what the fuck that is, though.
If I remember correctly, you've been in for about 4 or 5 months. Is that about right?
Something like that. But we didn't go to the warp speed until like January 1st.
So at first it was a little bit of maybe a little bit of a struggle telling everything in.
Well, I was still just working a lot, and you know, December is busy. My one daughter's birthday is in December, and then it's Christmas, and then it's, you know, Thanksgiving and all that fucking shit. And I had a backlog of work a little bit. I just didn't have any fucking time, really, you know. In January, I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to try calling my customers this year and drumming up work. I'm going to do the fucking tree savages. I'm going to borrow money from the fucking bank to save my ass for now and learn what the fuck I'm doing. And then fucking, I mean, it worked. The gamble paid off. Numbers don't lie. Man, so, I can't imagine how much money I'd be making if I didn't fucking have, you know, all these equipment payments. If I could pay some shit off, I'd still be selling at this rate. I'm probably still lowballing myself a little bit, you know what I mean? I could probably charge even more, you know?
Took a little bit of time to kind of build up that momentum. Now you've got some pretty decent momentum going.
Yep.
What would you say to like somebody who's trying to get that momentum built up and they're like at the beginning stages of it?
I would just kind of say, if you've got the means to, you know, sit on work for a minute and fucking learn some shit, you should do it. If you're questioning what you're doing, think that maybe True Savages has a better way, find a way to get the money somehow, and, you know, borrow from the bank like I did, or take a loan, do something to be able to start getting some value out of the education that's provided. And, you know, just being able to talk to other tree guys about, like, hey, what do I do about my chipper? This thing broke. You know what I mean? Like, other tree guys have questions about other tree questions, you know?
For sure. So the network's been valuable for you too.
Out there. Yep. Yeah, man. Go through the process, get the fucking binder going, get all your insurance shit laminated, look professional. It's a little awkward at first, but I think I heard Justin say in one of those videos that he got to the point where it was just rinse and repeat. I'm kind of starting to feel that way. Rinse and repeat. I'd say just to somebody on the edge, take the plunge, do it. If this is what you want to do, then you might as well learn how to do it right as soon as you can. And then maybe you'll make $47,000 in March instead of $9,000.
All right, so if you're still watching at this point in time, maybe you're just a little curious what I plan on doing with this $2,750 that I've got. Here's my little chance to share my testimony. I believe in Jesus. I love Jesus, and I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner, and I need saving grace, and it's the only saving grace that's good enough for me is the blood of Jesus Christ. He died on the cross for my sins, for my shortcomings, and I pray to him every day and give thanks for the life that I have. As far as this $2,700 that said individual paid and did not take accountability, I'm gonna give this money away. So I can't hold it. I'm gonna give it away. If you're curious what I did with it, I gave it to church. So I love Jesus, and Jesus has changed my life. Without Jesus, I wouldn't even have a life. I would be despicable. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and the forgiveness of Jesus Christ is the number one thing that I seek in my life. And really all you got to do is ask for it. So if you feel like you've got repenting to do, I can promise you that Jesus forgives your sins. All you got to do is believe that he does. So with that being said, I'm praying for you today, and I hope that you have a great day, a great week, and a great life. So Sean, Tree Savages, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.